Welcome back, everyone. It's Romero17, and wow, what a freaking card! UFC 249. It was nuts, man. It was nuts. I don't think anybody. I think we all expected that the main event would go down. Would go down like, it would be a barn burner, but nobody really expected Justin Gaethje. I mean, I expected he could knock out Ferguson for sure. But for him to technically outclass Ferguson and shut him down to doing whatever T-Ferg does best, that was impressive. With Justin Gaethje, after he lost those consecutive losses, to Eddie Alvarez and Dustin Poirier, like he changed a lot of things up. He's still aggressive. He still throws a lot of volume, but he does things in a lot more, with a lot more control, in a more refined manner. And one thing I noticed from the cornerman over from Trevor Whitman, he told Gaethje after round four, he said, "Listen, the last time you got too comfortable in there, you got finished." And he immediately wised up and he continued to put the pressure on Ferguson in round 5. Not like he wasn't doing it throughout the whole fight. I mean, Ferguson had his moment in round 2. He caught him with an uppercut. They all started up at the same time, and then Gaethje got dropped in round 2. And who knows what could have happened if there was more seconds on the clock? But that's why rounds are 5 minutes. And it was awesome. It was awesome. But from Gaethje beating Ferguson, so Hudo, I know the stoppage is iffy, but you watch your bag. There's 13 unanswered strikes. Me personally, I like Cruz too. I would have liked to see a third round, but Cruz does not fare well when it comes to coming back into a fight. We saw what happened with Garbrandt, and once you take away that lead from Cruz, it's really hard for him to come back. He's not known for his one-punch KO power. He's not a heavy hitter that you have to really worry about. He usually establishes the lead, and he sets the pace for his fights, and then his opponents are kind of left whiffing at air. And Cejudo did a wonderful job with the leg kicks. But speaking of leg kicks, we got the leg kick boss here with Justin Gaethje. I am in the red corner. See what this guy has. Okay, no touch. Jab. Okay. It's pretty weird, Justin Gaethje. Okay, well, he wants to play the circle around the octagon for a bit and then hug high block. I'm going to be able to talk a little bit more. So, Gaethje, he usually kind of maintains a crazy high pace. Pressures a lot. Shreds the lead leg. And he just destroys the body with like power punches occasionally. And now he's more consistent. I've been getting people in the tie clinch a lot more whenever I see them circling, like this guy over here. But he's more consistent on throwing from proper distance, and you see that in his last 3 KOs before fighting Ferguson with Vic. Vic was on a tear. Vic was on a freaking tear before he ran into Gaethje, and then after that, Vic shin destroyed. Then he goes against Barboza. He's the first guy to freaking knock out Barboza cold. And then on top of that, then he goes and fights Cerrone, and my God, he just busted that man up. But still, everybody had the questions, like, it's going to deal with the jiu-jitsu and everything else and whatnot. And it was just great to see him. Like, this was the best version of Justin Gaethje, by far. Best version of Justin Gaethje.
Good defense there.
You got, speaking of distance, man, you can't be throwing those high kicks from all the way over there. It's not like I'm not going to see that coming. Probably going to hit it on Undeniable TV there. Because I know that in the live event competition, you could, it's a little bit delayed though. I don't know if it's worth a shot. I mean, I'll try it if he does something, but yeah, it's a little bit. What the heck is this man doing? Yeah, there, my timing was completely off there. I'm not even going to bother. Besides, taking somebody down isn't really part of Gaethje's game. He's usually kind of like the sprawl and brawler. I think Dustin Poirier got in his hips and he just rolled him through. Sick, man. I know, like, before, speaking of throwing strikes out of range, the way this guy's kind of winging these overhands. No, buddy, you need to chill out. But he would have kind of, like, winged forward, step in with an overhand, and if his foe, like, jumps into it, then he was like, all right, cool, now here we can work. If he missed, he was often countered, and then it's tiring. And I personally feel that version of Gaethje would have gotten decimated by Ferguson. He definitely would have gassed. He definitely would have been punished accordingly. But he showed great head movement. The pull counter, similar pull counter that he landed on Cerrone. I don't know how Ferguson's shin was able to hold up for as long as he did. and he just looked clean. Oh man, that's that's a classic mistake players make. No, oh body rock. Oh man, I want to get something flashy. Oh, he's giving up. He's giving up. Oh, he's giving up. I'm gonna run up on him. All right. That's a big mistake a lot of players do. If you get rocked to your head and you're in kicking range, 9 times out of 10 a guy's gonna fire off a head kick again right afterwards or go for a head strike because your head's hurt. You don't have to block your body if you're not gonna be in range to get hit to the body. At least you can, like, you know, absorb the body shot and, you know, live to fight another round. But all that circling doesn't help for nothing. But yeah, I was just annoying. Not just Gaethje and Cejudo. There were so many other fights on that card. So many. Like Bryce Mitchell versus Charles Rosa. Holy crap! That man looked like a submission version of Khabib. Like, he was just all over that man. Charles Rosa's a black belt. And he almost pulled off 2 consecutive twisters back to back. I don't know how Charles Rosa did not tap in that fight against Bryce Mitchell. And they're going to get that man his camo shorts, which is cool. Alright, let's see what kind of Ferguson we got here. Jab, jab, straight. Okay, I was a bit out of range there for that slip straight. What I like to do now is that instead of going for like the slip straight, I don't know if you guys saw last fight, but I went for like a slip straight to the body instead. And I usually try to slip the second or third strike. This guy's trying to manage his distance well, so I can respect that. But now he's punching the air. Apparently he sees the ghost of Tony Ferguson's chances of fighting Khabib right there, so he's kind of punching out of frustration. What the heck? No. Also, fun noting that Tony Ferguson can hit an ankle pick in the LEC, and something a lot of people say on ranked championships, like he always talks about ankle picking somebody and then he can't do it in UFC 3 unless it's an LEC, which, yeah, it's funny. What the hell is this guy doing? Okay, this guy's going, if I'm not mistaken, he's going jab and he's moving to his rear leg side and going with a hook, and that's kind of throwing off. You see that's kind of throwing off my range a little bit. What the hell? Don't punch the air. A lot of more players have been using these like lateral strikes a lot more. Against the cage, they're really effective. Like, you'd be surprised how effective those like body hooks are when you're like moving from left, right, left, right. This guy's trying to play with my block. I'm gonna relax. Loser lead. Lead hook, leg kick, out of range. They actually gone to the body. Gaethje doesn't have McGregor level stats right here. I can hit him with the straight right there. So when I get somebody to the cage here, this is when I try to turn up on the leg kicks. He's kind of panicking right now. He's just lunging randomly. Ball sprays on the head and clinch him up. I feel like the clinch is really underutilized. Like, if you have somebody that's circling, I really feel like the clinch has to be your best option. It's something I really hope that they work on next game. Because I do feel like, one, the camera, it's always going to revolve around the retreating fighter. Like, you see, I'm backing up and the camera's following me. Like, now he's in my face going elbow, elbow, elbow. But I know he's not really timing anything. He's just kind of hopefully trying to get something. So when he starts retreating now, I'm going to have to chase him. And what's kind of frustrating about that is that a lot of players, they try to capitalize on when you come forward. And they'll just be content to keep on circling. So when anybody tells me you can't effectively run in this game, I kind of say, nah, you can, at the risk of complete, absolute boredom. And that's kind of why I'm over in the LEC. Because to be quite honest with you, I'd rather deal with somebody doing this to me than somebody who's just trying to circle, and wait for that one moment to get a rock. Speaking of the devil, get a rock and get me. In LEC, you know, you obviously still expect for that to happen, like it's happening now, but not at the level where it is at Rec. Like, I'll see guys that just, it doesn't matter if they're down 49, like 49, 46, you know. I mean, or if they're down 3 rounds or something, they're still gonna circle their asses off. The leg kicks do really well though. Although I do personally feel that Firing back way too soon. Oh man, this man's out. No, he's not. A legendary chin. I feel like, especially with how high block, low blocking is, I feel like if you're retreating with the block, I know if you go forward with the block, you're a little bit slower. So if you're retreating with the block, like you see how this guy's holding his block as he's retreating, and it's still hard for me to chase him. Get the fuck down. Come on. Come on. Oh man. I feel like with checking kicks especially, it should only be able to be done when like it's planted. What? Back to back flying knees. Alright, back to the point I was saying. I personally feel that if you're retreating, you're holding block, your movement should be a lot slower. Especially, I don't know if you guys ever fought like a Conor McGregor that's just going jab, feint, body straight, and just retreating all over. Retreating, waiting for you to come in. McGregor has like 95 power, so if you come in and he times you, you're guaranteed to get hurt almost every time. And he's not too bad to deal with if you can grapple efficiently, which is why I'm also calling for like better improvements in the clinch too. Like if you saw even like Gaethje and Ferguson or Cejudo and Cruz, when they got into the clinch, it was like fast. They got in and it was easier for them to like get out. So they landed a few strikes and they skedaddled and got out of there. And I think that would open things a lot more. You know, people wouldn't be so inclined to just simply retreat and try to capitalize on forward vulnerability. But if you get more fun KOs like that, you know, people are just going to throw it out there. Be like, ah, well, I just can't run around for 5 rounds. So there's some more action going. And I'm loving the action I'm getting with the highlight. We'll search for a few more. If there's one thing I do like about that I did like about Gaethje is how consistent he was, especially against Ferguson. You know, he was still attacking the leg, like he always does. Like he always attacks the leg in every single one of his fights. But after he lost to Eddie Alvarez and Poirier, right, and then the Vic, and then Barboza and Cerrone, his boxing was so smarter. Like when he went against Cerrone, he set it up with a couple punches first, went to the body, and then he went up top, which is smart. And when he chopped the leg, oh my god. Oh my god, if this guy had oh my god, whoa, whoa, whoa. Alright, my bad. Okay, hold up. Alright, so that was a hard rock. That's like the death rock. Like, okay, now this guy's just fishing for stuff. Okay, I can relax. Woo! I thought he was just going to go for the generic jab straight, so I was going to slip straight the fuck out of him. But no, he went up with a head kick and rocked him. But Jesus out of me. He's going to gas himself out, though, the way he's throwing. I can't tell if he's throwing based on what he sees, where he sees my head goes, but I'm just going to... Yeah, got him. Oh, I tried to pull back flying knee. Came out as a regular knee. I'm sad. He's going jab straight, hook. Oh, knee body hook, your uppercut. That's one of my combos. Ah, come on, bro. Smart man blocked his head. Put you into it. My denial still needs some work against the tie clinch, but it's definitely helping. You know, it makes guys worry. That one split second that they how the hell that hit me? That split second where they tried to deny a tie clinch, I'm gonna be able to land a strike. I'm good. I got this round in the bag. But yeah, he just sit your ass there. And when he was coming forward against Cerrone, like he used the feints really well. Like all the things that he needed to do in his previous fights, he just did it against Cerrone, and that convinced me like, yo, this guy. I know Cerrone isn't like a super world beater. He's very inconsistent, but not talking about the people that he beat, the performances that he was able to do against those people, and showing that he's cognizant of being able to make those changes to his fighting style in order to prolong his career. Because dude, boy, what are you doing? And when you saw against Ferguson, like he chopped at the leg. He just chopped the leg, worked up top, and credit to Ferguson. Like that man should have like a 99 chin. Not this one, but he should have 99 chin. Man, I'm impressed, man. I really want to see how Gaethje how he fights Khabib, because Khabib has fought really credentialed grapplers. Like he's already fought the so-called best striker at 55, right? dropped him, dropped him with an overhand, and stood with the guy for an entire third round. So, and then Poirier actually stunned him in round 2. Let me get to another fight before I continue, because man, I got a lot. Man, okay. He's had his moments, man. Like Khabib, he wasn't stunned against Michael Johnson, but he was stunned against Poirier. He admitted that. But you could see that. Like, I was talking to Proxys earlier today, like on stream. He's like, "Where was Dustin's boxing against Khabib?" I'm like, the threat of the takedown. The threat of the takedown is what nullifies your striking. When you get 2 strikers that go at it, yeah, you're gonna see all the beautiful striking that happens. But when you're at risk of getting taken down and flattened out, of course it's gonna limit what you throw. And credit to Dustin. Dustin almost subbed him too, which is nuts. I know Connor says, I lasted 1 more round and I won a round. Yeah, but Dustin came closer to finishing Khabib than you ever did in your whole 4 freaking rounds with him. So that's a rematch I'd like to see. Okay. Okay. So. Okay. You see my head off right now? I gotta stop exchanging.
He's got good accuracy on that jab. Both guys throwing potential fight enders here in the early part. We got tagged there.
This guy's playing like a little bit of the footsies game. I think he's doing a good job. This guy's doing a decent job with trying to manage his distance. I'm gonna start throwing these too. Once you throw one at me, then all bets are off. Of course, it's an MMA game. You're supposed to throw whatever you can. See right there, I don't feel like if you're retreating and you try to check my kick, like it's just not gonna be as effective. Should be taking a lot. Got the rock. Not gonna get too overzealous. I try to retreat there, smack the fuck out of his legs. He's already switching to southpaw. This is good. I'm gonna try to work my way in. Alright, you see this? Now he's circling. Now this guy's circling. He's like, alright. I'm gonna try to wait. And he's using the straight lead uppercut, trying to catch me as I'm coming in. Just gonna circle. Now he's coming forward. Those jabs to the body mean absolutely nothing. Unless you're gonna follow up with a strike or something, they mean absolutely nothing.
He's doing a very good job of parrying and blocking all the shots that are coming towards his head.
Man. Another thing with Gaethje that he deals really well is he would allow a shot to land and then he just returns hard as fuck. Like Gaethje capitalizes on the fact that like when fighters throw, they leave themselves out of position on offense. Funny enough, that's the same thing that Conor does to a lot of fighters. And Poirier at his best, like they capitalize on when a fighter is vulnerable. And he, but man, I'm still like kind of like taking it all in. He really did that to Ferg, bro. He really put an end to Khabib versus Ferguson. Like holy crap, he actually did that. And how could we not talk about? Oh, that hurt. All right, he's mainly head hunting. He's only throwing like single body shots, but he's really just head hunting. He's looking for the head rock. The body shots are just to distract me from protecting my head. So, but man, you know my favorite performance of the night, just because I was because of the memes that I knew was gonna come from it, was Ngannou versus Rosenstrike. Now you gotta give credit to Rosenstrike because he's the only guy that's crazy enough to call out Ngannou. Nobody else is crazy enough to call out Ngannou. But you know, Ngannou was looking at that contract like, this man does not know what happened to my comments. And he literally landed overhead, hook on some bonded. Bro, hook you too. Don't throw body kicks in punching range now. What happened to you? Get up. Making Justin Gaethje look bad. But I think at first I was kind of critical of Jairzinho for throwing that leg kick when Francis crowded him, but I also thought about how Jairzinho is a really credited kickboxer. What the fuck is this man doing? He like his kicks, for the first 2 seconds of the fight, I thought we were going to see a tactical game plan from Jairzinho, but I think those mechanisms, like those auto reflex mechanisms from when you do kickboxing, that's the same thing that got Gokhan Saki in trouble. And some of that stuff does not work in MMA because there's more threats. You know, obviously the threat of takedown, the threat of being effectively clinched and everything else. And his auto response to when Ngannou came up on him, which is to throw that lead leg kick. He actually landed 2 shots on Ngannou, but Ngannou has a freaking chin. Like, he took shots from Stipe, fully gassed. Like, that man was gassed, and he was still eating shots from Stipe. The man, maybe the man can't grapple, but that man does have a chin, and he ate 2 shots from Jairzinho that Jairzinho threw on the back foot as he was charging in with those freaking overhand hook. And Ngannou put him away, and those those dancing pallbearers came through real good, bro. That's all I thought about when I saw him, man. I hope he recovers, though. That guy's a really talented fighter. But I don't see anybody else for Ngannou other than whoever wins between Stipe and DC. And if they're smart, I know DC's going to retire if he beats Stipe. And then we'll let Ngannou show Stipe they win. Alright, you see this guy's panicking a little bit now? Right, now he's low blocking. He's still kind of preoccupied with blocking his head. So I'm going to keep working up the body. And what this is going to do, what I'm hoping that this is going to do is it's going to open up his head. So when I do rock him, right, he's going to be worried about getting body rocked. See this? He just let the whole 4 hits of a combination go hit his head. So that's telling me that his body health is low, and he's going to be a lot more concerned about his body. I'm going to play the tactical Gaethje rolls, a little bit of an asshole. Yeah, you see he's blocking his body now. This is good. There's the knee. Wait for me to come in. Once he gets into range, it's going to be a roll. You're going to get hit by overhand or rolling thunder.
And here's the knee. Oh, man. That'll make you forget your childhood.
Stringing the shots together. Okay, he blocked that one. Okay. I've already conditioned him, though. He's already conditioned. The way that he's blocking his body now versus how he was just fully head blocking. I got him. And just simply delaying my strikes is giving this guy hassle. See that? He went to low block. Why would you throw an overhand when you're rocked? You don't got vengeful in LEC. Man, that was wow. You don't got vengeful, bro. But I wish they'd give you more options in LEC. Like, I would have loved for them to put Cruz versus Cejudo, because you could do that on like Fight Now. Like, you can intermingle the weight classes and then have them fight one another. So that would have been cool to have an LEC with Cruz versus Cejudo, and Cejudo definitely needs an upgrade to his moveset, because the man's a problem. I know he retired. You know, I know he's so-called retired, but that man's a problem. But we're going to look for one more. Considering that the game said that it's 62% people playing Ferguson and only like 38% people playing with Gaethje, I'm very surprised I'm running into as many Justin Gaethjes as I am.
Now for the official introductions, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I wonder who else had a crazy performance in UFC 249. No, Cowboy. Speaking of, I'm talking about him getting his butt whooped by Gaethje. Cowboy and Pettis, man, they threw down. They threw down. And there was this moment in round 3 where Cerrone landed this goddamn head kick. I don't know how Pettis ate that. On top of that, I don't know why Pettis' health stats are so goddamn low in UFC 3. Because he's never been out cold. Pettis has never been knocked out cold. So I don't know why he has such a... Boy, you just leg kick me? I know you got Gaethje, but you playing with fire. I like it, though. I like it. I like the challenge. But... Oh, he really about this life. You really about this life. Alright. I'm going to show you what you're doing wrong. One, you're throwing your kicks in punching range. You're not going to do much damage. So that's gonna. This is this guy's mistake. He's also lunging in with those leg kicks. I'm gonna make sure I land my leg kicks when he's either backing up to take the full extent of the power of the strike, or as he's retreating, or as he's coming in. See, that leg kick ain't gonna do much. But yeah, Pettis, like, he looks smooth. Right, he looks smooth. Those guys have been pretty inconsistent over the last few years, and to see them fight the way they did, it was dope. It was a really dope fight. I didn't want either of them to get knocked out, honestly. boy, you do not know. I like it though. I really like. I like seeing other game plans against me, other than somebody trying to jab feint body straight me, and then I eventually either grapple them or just knee them to the head as they try to do it, and I get bored and get off the game. I like, you know, fighting somebody else with a different or similar game plan. And I'm all down for a leg kicking battle with Gaethje versus Gaethje. But you're making a mistake there. That's the risk about throwing leg kicks with the lead leg. You get that motherfucker checked. If he's smart, he'll no, he's gonna keep on throwing it. Man, I had high hopes for you. Somebody somebody call the freaking pallbearers that we used for Ngannou against Rosenstrike.
And a nice straight right hand.
But yeah, and I just wonder. I wish there was a 165 weight class, cause I wonder how guys would like say Kevin Lee would do. I'm petty. Guys like Kevin Lee, for example, do Cerrone, how they would do at 165 or something like that. How guys at 170 would do if the weight class was brought up to 175. Imagine Usman with 5 more pounds on him. He's trying to do the little lateral leg kick. I just kind of missed there. It works well when somebody's walking right into it. So I've been trying to time that when somebody's circling, because it does a lot more damage. You only have to land like 3 of those, and it just kills the legs. The only risk is that you just don't want to run into a punch. Oh, your leg is fucked. Oh, he can't even check anymore. Oh, this gets you block time. Oh, he's fine. He's fine. It's the right thing to do, though. He's flicking the high block. No, I'm gonna relax. You see, he's low blocking. I'm gonna touch my way in with punches. Oh man, you gotta stop kicking with that leg, bro. It's hurt. Kick with the rear one, yes. I'm still gonna hurt you, but still. I respect it though. I do respect a proper game plan. I'd rather fight somebody who's trying to leg kick me to death than somebody who's trying to circle away for 5 rounds. It's fun. It makes things a lot more fun that way. Yeah, but I'm just interested to see. I don't understand how Pettis, bro. Pettis is. Oh, come on, dude. You're making this too easy. Pettis is in a room full of 2-time Hodge Trophy winner. Guy took 5th at NCAAs. And you're telling me the man still can't chain wrestle effectively? That's the one thing that kills this man, because he has a striking potential. Like, he did drop Ferguson himself. No, he dropped Ferguson. Oh, your leg is fucked. I'm coming for that leg. And I can just wonder if that man just... If RDA didn't take that man's soul, I wonder where he would be. I know the competition got a lot better. You know, he still fights the same way he did way back when, but... Hey, he got the job done, and credit to Cerrone. Now, come on, get your ass up. We're kicking your legs. I respect you, so I'm going to take you out of the way you came in. Oh my god. Maybe I should try like a pullback leg kick or something. Ah, good head kick. See how much little power that head kick had? Oh, lag. Little 5-piece action for you. Should probably do a video on how to delay your combinations, because you can chain almost anything into a 5-piece. Oh nah, that was supposed to be a flying knee. Fuck you, get off me. Oh, he went to low block. He went to low block. Is it over? It's a wrap. Alright, that's a wrap. We got like 2 flying knees, leg kick decimation, Gaethje block blocking things and defending me from dear life. Survived getting rocked myself. It wouldn't be a Justin Gaethje fight if I didn't get rocked, but man, UFC 249 was crazy. Obviously, we lost Khabib versus Ferguson, but now we got Gaethje versus Khabib. Let me know in the comments what you think about how that's gonna go. If you get the same Gaethje that showed up against Ferguson, because that's gonna be crazy. And who do you think is gonna fight Peter Yan for the vacant bantamweight title? I want to know what you guys think about that. But yeah, this is Mero 17. This is Justin Gaethje, the highlight, the human highlight reel showcase. I'm out of here.